This is the story of the Palestinian people living under Israeli oppression throughout time. During the first Palestinian Intifada, Israeli occupation forces would drag Palestinian children from the streets and hit them with rocks on their knees and shoulders to cripple them, on orders of high-ranking military officers. The prime minister was a right-wing politician from the Likud party. In 2008, Israel launched massive airstrikes on Palestinian police offices, killing hundreds in a matter of seconds. The government was led by the Labour Party, left wing. Shireen Abu Akleh was killed in broad daylight. Cameras were running. Party in control, Yesh Atid, a liberal and secular. This is what happened to us when Israel was singing the democracy and liberalism melody. Kids were torn apart, journalists assassinated, and houses were blown up in the skies. Take a second to imagine the future of the Palestinians when criminals and racists like Erimar Ben Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich took over. They call out for full annexation of the West Bank, the bombardment of Gaza, and even a new Nakba. The new Israeli government will serve as a wake-up call that all Israeli governments, regardless of their political agendas, have constantly and systematically oppressed Palestinians. Since the Israeli occupation of Palestine in 1948, the number of Palestinians killed by Israeli occupation forces during the eras of every Israeli government has been extremely high. 20,000 Palestinians were killed between 1948 and 1967 during the first and second Israeli governments. Menachem Begin, an Israeli politician, founder of Likud and the sixth prime minister of the so-called Israel. Under his leadership between 1977 and 1983, 1,000 Palestinians were killed. Yitzhak Shamir, an Israeli politician and the seventh Prime Minister of Israel. He was a leader of the Zionist paramilitary and terrorist organization Lehi. Under his premiership between 1983 and 1982, 3,000 Palestinians were killed. Yitzhak Rabin. He was appointed chief of staff of the occupation army in 1963. During the June 1967 war, he defeated the Arab states, which led to the annexation of the West Bank, the Gaza Strip, East Jerusalem, the Syrian Golan Heights, and Egypt's Sinai Peninsula. Under his leadership between 1992 and 1995, at least 1,000 Palestinians were killed. Ehud Barak, ex-prime minister and former head of left-wing faction. His term as prime minister from 1999 to 2001 was the shortest in Israel's history. However, 2,000 Palestinians were killed under his leadership. Ariel Sharon, Israel's 11th prime minister. He's the butcher of Palestine and the man responsible for the horrendous massacres of hundreds of Palestinians in the Sabra and Shatila refugee camps. Under his premiership between 2001 and 2006, 7,500 Palestinians were slaughtered. Ehud Olmert, former Israeli prime minister and a long-time member of the Likud party. He faced jail over fraud and corruption charges. Under his leadership between 2006 and 2009, 2,800 Palestinians were killed. Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel's longest-serving prime minister and the godfather of modern Israeli fascism. He formed a new coalition that may be the most extremist in the occupation's history. Netanyahu was able to return to power by utilizing the far right, a party known for its radical ideologies and aversion to the Palestinians. During Benjamin Netanyahu's premiership between 2009 and 2021, over 6,000 Palestinians were killed. If you think Israel is a peace dove, wake up before a new Nakba sends the Palestinians to the Dark Ages.